So, gaming so far has been the most influential thing throughout my life, both for the better or for the worse. And even though now I no longer have the time to dedicate to gaming like I once did when I was a kid, I never once regret a second of my time spent on gaming. So, back to the topic of this video is there are two MMORPGs I used to play a lot, especially in high school when I had a lot of time, which is EVE Online and Black Desert Online. So in those games player communities, they always exist this kind of trend where the most hardcore players, the most experienced players, leaving the game, burning themselves out after thousands and thousands of hours of playtime, and then they quit. Because those players, they are literally the top 1% of the best players playing the game. And I have to wonder, why do they quit after investing that much time into a hobby? So for the last couple of years, I've been doing a lot of game development and get myself involved in the game developer community. And in that community, there also exists this kind of similar trend where the most experienced people, artists, designers, programmers with decades of experience, they're leaving the industry. They are quitting in the same manner that veteran players in EVE Online and Black Desert are quitting the game. And this is really something to pay attention to because if you know anything about game developers, they are not doing the job just for the money. Like if you talk to a game developer, it's almost guaranteed that they love playing games and they love making games. So the basis is that they already love the job in the same ways that EVE Online and Black Desert Online players already love the game. Despite of that, they still live. To me, what this is saying is that being able to find a job that you love and passionate about just isn't the silver bullet that to solve all career problem like most people think to be. And make no mistake though, because finding the job you love and work on your passion is a great start. There's this famous quote from Mark Twain that everybody has been throwing around is find a job you enjoy doing and you will never have to work a day in your life. That quote, while inspiring and all, but it's not at all the full picture of how we should go about working on our career. Because for gamers, they are literally playing the game. They still get burned out and quit. Who are you to say that your job, no matter how much you love it, how much you adore it, how much you are passionate about it, wouldn't bring out the same depressing result? I can make an argument that is the developers' fault for players leaving their game, getting bored of their game. In the exact same way, the higher ups, the managers, the people in power in game companies just don't care enough about the employees, about the developers to keep them around. And for most of the cases, I would say that this is very true. We are not in like of examples of games getting destroyed by the developers' greed and poor decision making in the same way that many big game companies lose out on their talents because of their carelessness. But that's not what I'm trying to get to here, because I want to focus on what we as players of games, as game developers of the future, can do to protect our passion and avoid burning out. If you by any chance just recently tried out EVE Online, it wouldn't be too hard for you to come across a very experienced players who have been playing the game since launch. And as you know, EVE Online is one of the most longest living game on this planet. It was launched in like 2003 And at the present is 2021 and the game is still thriving. When I talk to those players, it's always puzzling to me how comes there are still so many people sticking around when so many others have already left. So after talking to a lot of EVE Online players and Black Desert Online players, especially those who have been playing the game since the very beginning, I realized a very interesting mindset that they all share. I always ask them, how long have you been playing the game? And the most common answer was always, I've been playing the game on and off since lunch. Pay close attention to the phrase on and off, because on and off means they took break from time to time. This is the biggest difference between those who still stick around like them as opposed to those who have already quit, like the ones I told you in the beginning of this video. In order for you to succeed in anything, consistency is key, not intensity. For the same 10,000 hours of playtime, those who still stick around and enjoy the game the most are the people that spend that amount of time over the span of multiple years. On the other hand, those who have quit, they spend that amount of time in a very short period, burning themselves out, and now they end up hating the game. If there's one single thing you can take away from this video, I want you to know that it's not just about finding the job you love. You have to keep the balance. Otherwise, even the most enjoyable thing like gaming can turn into a job that you despise. Alright, this is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching and see you next time.